the illusion of knowing everything. There is a peculiar creature that lives among us. You've met them before, perhaps in conversation, perhaps online, perhaps in the mirror. The know-it-all. The person who believes they have already reached the summit of understanding. They do not ask questions, they declare answers. They do not explore mysteries, they close them. And yet the strange irony is this. The moment someone believes they know everything, they have already stopped learning. And life, as it turns out, is not a problem to be solved. It is a mystery to be lived. The comfortable prison of certainty. Human beings love certainty. Certainty feels safe. When we believe we have the answer, the world becomes tidy and predictable. We can place people into boxes: good people, bad people, right ideas, wrong ideas. But the universe does not behave like a filing cabinet. Reality is far stranger. The cosmos itself is a swirling dance of uncertainty. Stars explode into existence, galaxies collide, atoms vibrate with possibilities, and yet somewhere on this tiny floating rock we call Earth, someone on the internet is absolutely certain they understand everything. It is a charming contradiction. The child who knows nothing. Consider the mind of a child. A child approaches the world with astonishment. Why is the sky blue? Why do birds fly? Why do people dream? A child's mind is open, curious, flexible. The child is not embarrassed to say, "I don't know," but something strange happens as we grow older. Instead of becoming wiser, we often become more rigid. We accumulate information like trophies, degrees, articles, opinions, and eventually we begin to wear knowledge like armor, not to explore the world, but to defend ourselves from being wrong. The ego that must be right, the know-it-all, is rarely motivated by wisdom. They are motivated by ego. To admit uncertainty feels like weakness. To admit ignorance feels like defeat. So they cling to conclusions. They debate endlessly. They correct everyone. They argue in comment sections, as if the fate of civilization depends on winning a paragraph. But deep beneath this desperate need to be right lies something else. Fear, the fear of not knowing who we are. The universe is not a quiz. Imagine approaching the universe as if it were a school test. Every question must have one correct answer. Every mystery must be solved. Every disagreement must have a winner and a loser. But the universe is not a multiple-choice exam. It is closer to music. When you listen to a symphony, you do not demand that it reach a logical conclusion. You experience it. You allow the notes to unfold. You allow surprise. And life is exactly the same. It is not something you finish. It is something you participate in. The trap of intellectual arrogance. The know-it-all often appears intelligent. They quote statistics. They cite experts. They correct grammar. But intelligence without humility becomes something dangerous. It becomes intellectual arrogance. And arrogance closes the door to discovery. Because discovery begins with a very simple sentence: I might be wrong. Wisdom begins with not knowing. One of the most profound realizations a person can have is this: the more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't know. Scientists feel this constantly. Philosophers feel it. Artists feel it. Every answer reveals new questions. Every discovery opens deeper mysteries. The ocean of knowledge stretches infinitely, and the wisest among us are not the ones who claim to know everything. They are the ones who remain curious. The theater of online certainty. In our modern world, the illusion of knowing everything has become a performance. Social media rewards certainty, confidence, bold declarations. The person who says "I might be mistaken" receives little attention, but the person who says "I know the truth" gains followers, likes, shares. The algorithm loves certainty, but wisdom loves doubt. And there is a difference between attention and understanding. The joy of being wrong. Imagine a world where being wrong was celebrated. Not mocked, not punished, but welcomed. Because every time we discover we were mistaken, we have learned something new. Being wrong is not failure. It is progress. If you never change your mind, it means you have stopped growing. The mind that never updates its beliefs becomes like stagnant water. Eventually it stops flowing. And anything that stops flowing begins to decay. The courage to be curious. Curiosity requires courage. To ask questions is to admit you don't already know the answer. To explore new ideas is to risk changing your identity. Many people avoid curiosity for this reason. It is safer to cling to certainty. But safety is not the same as growth. Growth happens at the edges of understanding. The dance of opposing ideas. Reality is rarely simple. Most issues contain layers, contradictions, opposing truths. Two people can look at the same event and see entirely different meanings. And both perspectives may contain elements of truth. The know-it-all refuses this complexity. They want everything reduced to simple conclusions, black or white, good or evil, right or wrong. But life does not behave that way. Life is a spectrum, a paradox, a dance of opposites. The mystery that never ends. Imagine standing at the edge of the ocean. You scoop a cup of water into your hand. That cup represents everything humanity currently understands about reality. Now look at the rest of the ocean. That represents everything we don't know. The ocean is vast, and the cup is small. Yet the know-it-all stands proudly holding the cup, declaring the mystery solved. The true mark of intelligence. True intelligence is not the ability to dominate conversations. It is the ability to listen, to consider new perspectives, to hold uncertainty without panic, to explore ideas without immediately judging them. This kind of intelligence is quiet, patient, open. It does not need to prove itself. It simply observes. Becoming a student of life. There is a beautiful shift that occurs when you abandon the need to know everything. You become a student again. Every conversation becomes a classroom. Every stranger becomes a teacher. Every mistake becomes a lesson. Life transforms from a battlefield of opinions into a landscape of discovery. And suddenly, the world becomes fascinating again. The freedom of not knowing, paradoxically, admitting you don't know something is liberating. You no longer have to defend rigid beliefs. You no longer fear new information. You become flexible, adaptive, playful. The mind becomes like water, able to flow around obstacles instead of crashing against them. The final lesson, in the end, the know-it-all is not truly knowledgeable. They are simply finished learning. But the curious mind, the humble mind, the mind that approaches life with wonder, that mind will continue expanding forever because the universe itself is infinite. And the greatest adventure available to a human being is not proving they know everything. It is discovering how much more there is to learn. So the next time you encounter someone who claims to have all the answers, smile. Not with arrogance, but with compassion, because the true secret of wisdom has always been simple. The wisest person in the room is usually the one still asking questions.